Good evening, everybody. Lynn here, and I am a bit confused.com. First of all, I didn't notice it was almost 10 o'clock and time to go live. And then, my goodness, I got confused and I thought it was Saturday night, and it's not Saturday at all, is it? It's Sunday. Really confused.com. So I don't think there's much hope for me tonight. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, thank you for those coming into the broadcast. Hi, Katrina. Nice to see you. I'm just sort of getting confused. I thought it was Saturday. I didn't even notice it was nearly 10 o'clock. So I'm not quite sure there's much hope. Not quite sure what sort of thing will go on in this broadcast even. But, you know, I've had a busy day, a busy Sunday now. I realised it was Sunday and not Saturday. Last night I was juggling oranges on here. Hi Maxine, because I was juggling the curveballs that were being thrown at me. The curveball situation still goes on, some unpleasantness going on in my background, but basically life goes on and one has to deal with all that unpleasantness. There was a situation today in continuation of some of the unpleasantness, but I dealt with it, and I think I dealt with it quite well, where one of the perpetrators of some of the difficulty I met and handled the situation, I think, very well. So anyway, we're not going to dwell on the unpleasantness of people trying to do me down, because we are going to be remaining, hi Jasmine, we're going to be remaining very positive, and those people who want to try and bring me down, stab me in the back, actually, let's not give them any credence, and let's not even talk about them anymore. Let's go on with some wonderful stuff. And I know, oh, hi Juliet. Juliet, I've got another book here that you might like. I know you were loving my my lovely little book last night. It was all positive stuff coming out. It was Always Look on the Bright Side. That was last night's thing. Hi Elise, nice to see you here tonight. And tonight I've got Believe and Achieve. And, you know, for those of you just coming into the broadcast, the heading says Saturday evening. No, it's Sunday. I got myself totally confused. First of all, I didn't notice it was almost 10 o'clock and time to go live, because I was chatting away with people on here, on social media. And then I was thinking it was Saturday night, and actually it's not, is it? It's Sunday. So I seem to have lost a day somewhere, but not to worry about it. I now know that it is Sunday night just after 10 o'clock. I am right, aren't I? Please tell me I'm right now. But you know, there we go. So anyway, let's go on with some positive quotes. So Believe and Achieve. This little book is by Chris Naylor, another one of the little books that I bought down in Union Street recently. And on the back of this, it says, the back of this book, it says, supercharge your confidence and upgrade your win with this collection of motivational quotations from the world's most eminent business people, politicians, writers, entrepreneurs, and honest-to-goodness ass kickers. Whether you're the head of a company, a budding business, starter, or an aspiring leader of the future, this book will show you the way to success. And so here we are. This first one I'm going to read is, in order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. And, you know, as I say, for all the difficulty I've going on in my life, I do believe that, you know, we can succeed. And if we all work together and collaborate and are nice to each other, we can succeed even better and even quicker. So that's a little message there. Let's have a look. And this one. I'm always encouraging people to feel the fear and do things anyway, particularly with live stream, because hi Sasa. Live stream, I want to get lots more people on live stream. It is just so powerful. Anybody running a business or running events or anything, it's a fantastic way for building your personal brand. You know, I mean, you all come on here now. I think those of you who watch me regularly, hi Steve, those of you who watch me regularly will now know who I am. So if you meet me out in the street, you will know me and know my personality. And people, of course, buy or do business with people they know, like and trust. So you get to know people on live stream. So I want lots more people on doing live stream. And I always say, feel the fear and do it anyway. Just push the button. What's the worst thing that can happen? You know, sometimes I've gone on here and I've fumbled my words, but actually, does that mean you all suddenly switch off and go away? It doesn't seem so, and anybody who doesn't like it can switch off and go away. Yeah, it was good to see you today, Steve. Nice to see you there. Hi, Matt. I'm doing some more positive stuff because I think we need to push lots more positivity out in the world, and this is my lovely little book, Believe and Achieve. Hi, Marie. Well done, Marie, on your event today. You know, it takes a lot of hard work to get things going. I was glad I was able to pop down and support you, and you know, enjoyed the coffee and chatting with friends down there. So great. I hope you've recovered now, have you? Hopefully you have had a little bit of a rest since you finished the event this afternoon. But as I say, I got totally confused with what day it was, which is why it says Saturday evening. No, it's Sunday. Anyway, let's go. Yeah, there we are. And I was talking about feel the fear and do it anyway. Good, Marie. So this is a quote from Robert Kiyosaki. It's, don't let the fear of losing be greater than the excitement of winning. So, you know, I just think we just have to get on and do things. One of the things that I often say, one of my quotes that I often use is, if it's to be, it's up to me. You know, it's up to me to make up my mind and get on and do things. So that's what I do. Right, let's have a look. Oh, this one's made me smile, and I hope it will make you smile. Hi, Lucy. This is a quote from G.K. Chesterton, and it says, I owe my success to having listened respectfully to the very best advice and then doing the exact opposite. And, you know, I'll do that. There's so many people out there who say, you should do this, or you should do that, or you must do this. And actually, you know, I will listen to what people say, but at the end of the day, it's up to me to do what is right for me and my life, you know, so that's how I am. I know my dad would be, yeah, that's right, Elish, it is, you know, and we have to remember that, and too many people are trying to tell other people what they should and shouldn't do. And you know, I've learned over the years not to not to be bullied into doing what other people think is right for me. And I might have had a few clashes when people have tried to do that, but actually nobody's got a right to tell any of us what to do. It's about word choices. It's about how you frame that conversation. Oh, and I must tell you, folks, my lips are very sore. I know it looks like I've got chocolate all around my mouth, but I can assure you I haven't. Would that I had some chocolate here, but my lips are so sore. But it does look. I noticed on the screen there, it looks like I've got chocolate. It's not. It's just very sore. I found some stuff to put on now, so hopefully they will get a bit better. That's a hazard, obviously, of the cold weather. Anybody enjoying this cold weather? Hi, Debbie. Are you enjoying the cold weather? I have the fortune to be able to work from home, and so if the snow does come like they've predicted, I will continue to work from home. I don't necessarily have to go out. I've got a few people that I need to connect with in the next few days, but if the snow comes, I'm sure we'll work around that. I'm afraid I like to be in the nice and warm. It's freezing there, is it? Yes, it's pretty cold here. They forecast snow for the beginning of the week here on the island, and then they changed their minds, and I think it's forecast now for the later in the week. But here on the island, we have a bit of a microclimate, and although we're so near to the mainland, yeah, bit nippy when you were busking, Marie, I bet. How do you manage with your fingers while are you able to wear gloves while you're playing, or does that interfere with the keys? Anyway, what was I going to say? The cold. No, I was going to say something about the cold, and I've forgotten what I was going to say. But yes, I mean, these days I like to be warm. I know what I was when I was coming home today. I mean, you know that I've had, those of you who've been watching know I've had some curveballs and some difficult situations going on. So what I like to do is, and where's my postcard that I had? Oh, postcard I showed you last night. Interrupt anxiety with the. I know this is back to front, with gratitude. And so basically, rather than worry, that means, what am I grateful for? So rather than than worry. Fingerless gloves are good, right? Okay, yeah. So rather than worry, I think, you know, in times like this, I think about the things that I am grateful for. And as I walked up the street and it was cold, I remembered that I'd left my heating on. I didn't mean to leave it turned right up, but actually I was very grateful when I got home that it was turned up right up. And then I think at the poor guy who's living in the doorway of a shop opposite Costa in Ryde, and I think I am so grateful to have a roof over my head. I'm so grateful to be warm and to know that I can put the kettle on and get a nice hot drink when I want to, and I can snuggle up, and you know, if it does get even colder in the flat, it doesn't because I'm in a modern flat with nice modern heating, but if the heating went wrong, I could soon jump into bed or snuggle on the sofa, and I could put a blanket over me or whatever. I feel very grateful for those things, and you know, it's times when other things get difficult, just think about the things that you're grateful for. List what you're grateful for, or you know, just think in your head, wow, I'm really pleased, you know, and and really I would not like to be sleeping in that doorway that poor guy's in. I have helped him by, well, I'm hoping that he now gets somebody to fill it, but I managed to get him a hot water bottle. And I think the girls in Costa probably fill it up for him because they're really very kind. You know, he just is sleeping in the doorway opposite Costa. And when Costa's open, of course, he would have access to hot water, which would then fill up his hot water bottle. So it was, I could do a little bit. I couldn't do a huge amount for him, but I could do a little bit. And if we all do that and treat each other in the way, I treat people in the way that I like to be treated. Unfortunately, not everybody does. But in this broadcast, I'm sure everybody is on the same page as me. You're all lovely people here, and you know, wanting to do that. Let's find some more nice positive quotes. Let's have a look. Here we are. This is another nice one. This is a quote by Herman Melville, and it says, "It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation." Through my life, I've done various things, and I have had people copy me, and I just used to resort, you know, thinking, well, why don't they actually get on and do their own thing? But actually, there's another quote, of course, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So I've used that one quite a lot. Whew, I'm getting hot. I must take my scarf off. This is the scarf I wear when I go out, and I kept it on indoors, but I'm now getting very, very warm. So there we go. Lovely, because my heating is on and I am feeling very warm, and I feel very grateful that I am warm. Whoops, there we go. So let's find some more. Right, this is another good one. This is Peter McWilliams. I don't know who all these people are, but they're quoting their quotes in this Believe and Achieve book, and it says, to the degree we're not living our dreams, our comfort zone has more control of us than we have over ourselves. And of course, there's that other quote, is nothing ever good happens inside your comfort zone. So, you know, you do have to step outside that comfort zone sometimes to just move and progress forwards. So one of the things that I need to encourage more people to do is step outside that comfort zone and push the live stream button, because there's lots of people out there who really could benefit from being able to do live stream. Now, I was chatting in on one of the pages. Many of you will know that I have a greetings card business that ticks away in the background. It's a print on demand business. And do you know what? I'm going to put the link in because I can, because I need to let more of you know about it. And just we all send cards, whoops.com, excuse me while I just do this. There we go. Oops, I have put a wrong link. Hang on. I put 2 H's instead of 2 T's. HTTPS. There we go. We all send cards. There we go. So that's my card business link there, and it's a print on demand card business, a bit like the likes of Moonpig and those sort of things, if you are familiar with those. What is nice is that the quality is even better than those the other card businesses that are out there. Hi Karen, the quality is better, the cost is less, and we now have over 3,000 cards to choose from. And what is brilliant is if any of us want a card and it's not there, we just hop on and ask the artists and the creators to create it. And they've been creating all sorts of wonderful cards. But what I love about that is that I'm able to help other people, artists that I've met, are now creating cards for We All Send Cards and getting a royalty and haven't had to even pay to set up. It's free to join. I'm a referrer, so I refer people to the card business, and I buy one card a month, and then I earn a commission from what is sold in my segment. And so it ticks away nicely in the background for me. And of course, I never have to go out to buy a card anymore. I can just buy it online. I can personalize the cards, and they get sent out. I don't have to go to the post office to buy stamps or to post, down to the post box or anything. So anyway, but what I was going to say, why I mentioned my cards business, we have a group in there for the business builders, and I was chatting to them. And I was talking about Twitter and live stream, and some of them haven't got to the stage where they feel comfortable to live stream. So I'm going to try and encourage them, because it will really, really improve their business. But also I was going to go and live stream in the group and help them with Twitter, because lots of them are not yet familiar with Twitter. And of course, social media, I teach social media. Hi, David. I teach social media, and Twitter is a greatly underused tool. Really, there's so much. People don't get Twitter. And to be honest, I never did get Twitter either originally. I used to think, what on earth do I need to know that Johnny's standing at the bus stop with a jam sandwich? Why would I need to know that? But the power of Twitter is absolutely amazing, and people are not they don't get it. So I'm trying to help more people to get it, and I'm going to help my my cards colleagues to do it. I mean, for example, tonight, I think one of the reasons why the time ran away with me was because I was on Twitter chats. Twitter chats are a great part of Twitter. There's Twitter chats, there's Twitter lists, there's all sorts of things. There's video tweets in Twitter, just an amazing amount of stuff. And I was so busy on a couple of Twitter chats, I noticed between 9 and 10 tonight, no, between 8 and 9, I think it was equine, hashtag equine hour. And it was hashtag wildflower hour. And I know Karen, who's in here, she makes wedding dresses. I know she tweets, and she probably looks for all the things around weddings and wedding hour and all the hashtags that go with that. But I was trying to encourage people I know. Of course, I know people in the horse world, so I was trying to get them on into the equine hour tweet. And of course, within We All Send Cards, we have a load of cards with horses on. So fantastic opportunity during that hour to promote some of the lovely artists who've done some beautiful horse cards, and of course wildflower hour. So I was pushing out pictures of some of the wildflower cards and getting people to know more about that. So it's sharing is caring. I mean, I do teach social media as part of my living, but I give a lot of top tips and help away, because I think it's so nice to share a lot of the stuff, not always having to charge for it. I think sometimes people tell me I give away too much free, but I get rewarded in other ways, and that's the way I like it. So I'm going to be helping them much more with Twitter. There's so many other hours that I could look at. I'm sure Juliet, I'm sure there's things around the makeup and beauty session. Hi, Nin. That would help you, Juliet, with your business on there. I'm just thinking of all, there are so many different hours go on in Twitter. And then, and this week I was watching, I follow a lady called Madeline Sklar, and she is an absolute expert on Twitter. She's in the States, and she runs a Twitter chat called Twitter Smarter, and she introduces different people. Hi Lisa. And she has Twitter. She runs Twitter Smarter on a Thursday evening, and she usually has a guest coming in, and there are a lot of questions asked during their Twitter hour. You know, the Twitter chats take different forms, but in her Twitter hour, in her Twitter Smarter hour, she introduces. She has a guest or a couple of guests, and they will ask a lot of questions, and then people answer the questions, and everybody learns from the answers that go in. Doesn't seem to be that there are wrong answers. There will be questions like how do you personally do this on Twitter, or lots of different things. And this week she had a couple of young lads called Andrew and Pete, and they were very amusing. They have got a wicked sense of humour. And so now after the programme, I Googled Andrew and Pete, and I've now started watching them and learning a lot of social media top tips from them, because I like the sense of humour that they bring to their business. So that works for me. So that was part of my upskilling this week. And I just love it. Every day is a school day. And every time I say that, I feel a bit naughty, because somebody told me, you mustn't say that. And of course, anybody who says you mustn't say that to me, well, that's a bit daft, because anybody who tells me I can't, I just say, hey, just you watch me. What would have been nicer if the person didn't want me to say every day is a school day and maybe use a different phrase, what she should have said was, what about rephrasing that? Or she should have used different language. But anybody who says you shouldn't, actually, I should. And I do. And so I do it. Sometimes I'm a bit naughty and I do it even more if somebody tells me I shouldn't do it. And maybe that is, maybe that's naughty. But actually, please, if you want me to rephrase what I'm doing and you don't like something I'm doing, please use nice word choices, and then I might listen. And it has worked. I have worked on people who've been aggressive and told me this, I should do this or that or whatever, or you're doing this. And I've actually said, rephrase the sentence, and I might listen to you. If it's nice, if you're using nice language and you're smiling and asking pleasantly, then I might just jolly well listen. But if people tell me I should do this or I must do that, then the chances are that I'm not going to listen so much. I don't know if the rest of you are like that. Do you feel like that too? That if people start bossing you around, I used to actually do what, I used to allow myself to be bossed and bullied, but actually not anymore. I just, it doesn't take anything much, does it, to actually be polite and nice and ask people nicely. I spent 30 years as a teacher teaching children to be nice to each other, not to bully each other, to have nice manners. And of course, as I always say, it takes less muscles to smile than it does to frown. And I'm going to find my lovely smile poem, because I think it's time I read it again. Let me read it to you. I love this one. And I want to read it. I haven't read it for a while. I think it's what. Hi Shilpa, how lovely to see you here at the broadcast. Long time no see, long time no speak. But lovely to see you here. So this is a poem that I had on my wall when my children were growing up. It's one of the things I stuck up on the wall, and I must actually print it off and stick it up again. Let's see. So this is one I like. I like reading often. You'll hear me reading it often. Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I walked around the corner and someone saw me grin. When he smiled, I realised I had passed it on to him. I thought about the smile and then realised its worth. A single smile like mine could travel round the earth. So if you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Start an epidemic and get the world infected. And there you are. I think that's just a lovely, lovely one to share. Because what's wrong? A smile. And it does make a difference when people smile. I mean, I walked into, I was doing some more collecting in Iceland for the autism directory. and I walked in, and there was somebody just gave a great big smile as I walked in. And, you know, it does make such a nice difference when people smile. And I had a challenge once. There was somebody who was a member of the congregation at the church that I was at way back in West London, and one of my ambitions was to make him smile. And I tried and tried and tried, and it's one of the things I failed at, sadly. And there's no chance now, because he got to 100, and then after and why he wasn't smiling to have had such a long and you know, a long life. I suppose he might have smiled sometime, but I never managed to make him smile. And he now is sadly no longer with us. Perhaps he's smiling down from wherever he is now. Maybe he saved his smiles for later, but I think it's really nice, you know. I do try to smile a lot. Somebody did call me Smiler when I was at college. I used to smile a lot. Some days it's more difficult to smile, obviously, with people not being very nice, but you just have to try and, you know, do it. And it's less muscles to smile than to frown, so you've got to remember that. So anyway, I'm going to go dip into my lovely little Believe and Achieve book and find you something else. So let's see. Right. Oh, this is a nice one. Well, I'd say it might be a bit morbid because it's talking about tombstones, but actually it's not. I mean, you know, the message is good. It says, I used to want the words "she tried" on my tombstone. Now I want "she did it." And that's a Catherine Dunham quote. And this one is very much, this one does make me smile. Excuse me, I just got a little sniffle there. And this one appeals to me. The question isn't who is going to let me, it's who is going to stop me. And that one is Ayn Rand, whoever that might be. I don't know who all these people are, but and this one, success is not final, failure is not fatal, it is the courage to continue that counts. And that one says, it's an anonymous quote, so I don't know where that one's come from. And this one, Stephen Hawking, this one is, however bad life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. And I think that's very nice and very true. And it's important for people to actually take that on board, because there are some people who say they're no good at anything, they can't do it, they can't achieve. And actually, it's up to the rest of us to encourage those people to say that you can. And, you know, actually, I remember I was... when I was selling Usborne children's books, oh, excuse me, dry throat and a cup of coffee over here. And I think I've told this story before. Hi, Sandra. And I was selling Usborne children's books. I think it was it? No, it was before the Usborne books days. I've done various multi-level marketing, and in each of them, there have been some incentives, and some of them were travel incentives. I think it was pre-Usborne days. And on this one, there was a trip, and there was a choice of places, but one of the places was Prague, and I'd never been to Prague, and I wanted to win that trip to Prague. And you had to be in the top 4. I think it was a top 4, that's right. And I was standing in 5th position, and I so desperately wanted to win this holiday. It was a holiday for 2, and I wanted to take my daughter to Prague with me. And one of the people who worked for the company that were running the promotion, they said, if you want that badly enough, Lynn, you can make it happen. And guess what? I took my daughter to Prague, and it's true, you know, you can focus on these things and make them happen. If it's to be, it's up to me, you know. So and in that case, on that occasion, it was. Once that person said to me, you know, you can make it happen, I've never forgotten that. You know, that I took the words on board, and I went off and I made it happen, and I had a wonderful holiday in Prague with my daughter, and that was really nice. So what has everybody been up to this weekend? Have you all been working, or have you had a lazy time? I know I know that Marie, who's in the podcast, has been busy because she was running an event, a wedding fair that I went to support. I don't know what everybody else has been doing. You know, it's so do please share with me what you've been doing. If there's particular things that you'd like me to chat about another evening, sometimes I think, oh, what shall I chat about? Sometimes there's obvious things that come up. But, you know, I'm just good. Hang on. Sorry, folks. I must get myself another clock. Yeah, I'm going Elise. I think it's probably time that I start wrapping up, Elise, and have a nice sleep, get lots of rest. Oh yes, and Sandra, that's right. Tell us about your restaurant. You know, put the message on here. You've been opening restaurant. So did it open today? Did it, Sandra? And tell us where it is so that we can, you know, take that on board and share the news, because I believe it's a vegan restaurant, isn't it? Am I right? Do put the messages in there. So that's quite exciting, isn't it? And let us know. Did you have many in, or was it just a soft launch? Do let us pop. It's called Pulse. Oh right, okay. And where is it, Sandra? Let us know where it is so that we can look. Does it have a Facebook page or a website or social media presence that we can look at? It's open in a few weeks. Oh, so you didn't actually open today. You're just getting it ready to open. Is that right? I bet you are. It's very exciting. It's really exciting news. Excellent. Oh, Pier Street Ventnor. Oh, I'll have to take a trip over there. When are you? Hi, Gina. Gina is from the We All Send Cards business. She's Facebook. It's got a Facebook page, right? Okay. And when you signed the papers, excellent, Sandra. So have you got a planned date for the opening of your lovely restaurant? Hi, Gina. Hope you're okay. Gina's just come in. She's part of the We All Send Cards business that I'm involved with. Different people here from all different walks of life. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm personally invited to the launch. How wonderful. Thank you, Sandra. Well, make sure you give me the date. Hi, Richard. Make sure you give me the date so I can get it in my diary, because, you know, I get quite booked up. So obviously I don't want to miss out on that. And so I'll get the date as the beginning of April. Whoops, hang on. Wait a minute. Should be beginning of April. Okay, well, keep me posted, Sandra, because that would be really good. So that's over in Ventnor. And the buses go there, so I should be able to get there fine, no problem. So that's good. Exciting times. Anybody else got exciting stuff that they've been up to? I think Gina, you've got some new people in your card business, haven't you? New people in your segment. I think I noticed that. You're going to tell me a secret that's not out yet. If you tell it on here, it won't be very secret. You can message me if you want to keep it a secret. You can private message me, or if you don't mind the others knowing, you can put it on here. But obviously, if you want it to be a real secret, then private message me. We are going to be delighted with your most amazing chef. Excellent. Right, and there we are. Look, Gina's got new people. Her card business is building. In the card business, our group is called a segment, and I did notice on the social media pages that Gina had got some new people in her segment. So that's excellent news as well. Everybody doing very well around here. Anybody got anything else they want to share before we wrap up tonight and get on? I think I'm going to, this time last week I had just spent 3 nights and 4 days in sole charge of my grandchildren, but on the Sunday evening my daughter and her husband were back. I can't believe a whole week's gone by since I was away there in London, and I'm back now. This week, you know, I'm going to as I said earlier, keep an eye on the weather. I'm not over keen on going out in snow. If it does snow here on the island, I shall work from home, and the beauty is that I'm able to do that because I'm self-employed. I'm able to work from the warm and the dry. Snow is fun when you're out with children, but I'm not over keen on slipping and sliding everywhere. So it'll be nice to watch out the window and see what other people do. But we may not get snow, but they are forecasting it here on the island. So, and it's very rare. I could just another thing. When I was first here on the island, you're looking a little under the weather. Yeah, I'm a bit tired, and I got very sore lips. I have had a few issues going on in the background, Sandra. They're being dealt with. You know, some of those curveballs that happen, and I was talking about it on the broadcast last night. It happens, but life has to go on. But yeah, I've got very sore lips. If it looks like I've got chocolate round my face, I noticed that earlier when I was broadcasting. It's not chocolate, it's very sore lips. A lot of that's actually come from the cold weather, but I found in my drawer, I found some nice stuff. Yes, Gina, that would be lovely. Oh, you're a designer. You see, I'm not. Perhaps I have to become a designer. I'm looking at all these wonderful designs that we have in the card business now. So many beautiful cards there now. We've got over 3,000 cards in our card business, which is fantastic. Yeah, yes, I am. I'm going to. When I finish the broadcast, Sandra, I'm going to go and snuggle down, and I think I'll watch a bit of relaxing. I would say TV, but I don't watch TV because I don't have a TV license, but I do have YouTube and Netflix, so I might go and find myself something just to relax with. Yes, there are some very talented. We've got some very talented artists, haven't we, and designers. So. Righty-ho. So I think, folks, I'm going to wind it up there and go and do a bit of chill out because I have been, out and about most of the day and on the go most of the day. So a little bit of chill out. I think I want to do some more knitting this week. I haven't done any knitting for a while. And so I want to get on with some of my knitting projects. My daughter's got a birthday coming up. I've got a little something in mind. I don't know. I don't think she watches my broadcast, but I'm not going to say what it is in case she does. But probably she's probably getting tucked up. She has 4 young children and she's on the go all the time with them. So usually at this time of night, she's probably winding down too. So I'm going to say... I'm going to bid you all a farewell. Thank you all for coming in. I so appreciate everybody who comes in and joins my broadcast. And those of you interacting, that's lovely too. Some people just like to watch. Some people like to interact. But I value all of you who come here. If you find any value in any of this, then please, do share the broadcasts. I do save all the broadcasts. I download them to my camera roll and then upload them to YouTube. So I've got a YouTube channel. If anybody wants to go and have a look at that, I'll share those links another day. So I'm going to actually finish up now because I think we all need to get some sleep. Oh, hi, Suzanne. Just coming in right at the end of the broadcast because we're just winding down. Suzanne's had a birthday this week, and Suzanne is also one of the designers for We All Send Cards. And she has done some beautiful designs of, so she's called Wonky Doodles, and she's done some wonderful designs of our Isle of Wight as well, so other beautiful designs. So Suzanne, hope that you've had a lovely week. Just going to wish you a belated happy birthday on here before I actually say goodbye and good night to everybody. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in another broadcast very soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe and stay warm. Bye.